Hello, people of the internet. You read the title. This time we are doing another custom, and this one is gonna be kind of Pokemon themed, which is nice. I'm friends with a couple of other customizers, and one of my friends, Charlotte, is doing this whole Pokemon collab over on Instagram. She was gonna do the just let anyone make any kind of Pokemon, but she decided that that was a bit too much, so we're sticking to just Gen 1 Pokemon. But I decided, you know what, why the heck not? I'm gonna enter, and yeah, this is my doll for that, and you are getting to see the video, obviously, because you're watching it. I'm dumb. If you want to see whoever else's custom that they did for this, hashtag is, I think it was Gen 1 Pokemon Collab. I'll have it up on screen. So I am doing Wartortle, and I already got the outfit and such made. Well, for the most part. So this is kind of what I'm going for with the design. And on one hand, I'm scared to try this, but on the other hand, I'm excited to. And I honestly didn't know I was going to use this doll for otherwise. And there's going to be some interesting accessories I'm going to be making too. The helmet and the sword. Hang on. So I got the the bottom part of the gumball machine container. I figured I could use this because, it kind of fits snugly on her head. And yeah, I'm planning on making the little bits made out of water. I'm gonna be sculpting them out of hot glue, or at least I'm gonna try. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So let's get started on that disaster, shall we? Okay. So the accessories were pretty interesting to do. The helmet is the bottom of a gumball container, and the handle for the sword is just a wooden dowel glued to a couple layers of really thin cardboard. I covered all of that with a few layers of silver paint, then it was time for the hard part. My plan was to sculpt up the watery bits in the concept art with hot glue. I chose that because the color and texture, and while it isn't quite as clear as I thought it would be, the glue still gives the look of white rushing water, and I'm happy with that. I started sculpting with the sword first, thinking that the simple shape, it would be a lot easier to get a good feel for the medium. It was a bit slow going at first. I sorta had to create a gluey skeleton of the shape that I wanted, then build onto that. But it was also kind of hard because the skeleton also melted kinda as I was working on it. Not only was there a challenge of shaping it, but the way it came out of the glue gun, but there was also shaping it while it's drying. I'm used to hot glue drying quicker because I'd normally press it with my fingertips since I already have calluses on my fingertips from having to check my blood sugar a lot. But I couldn't really do that here, otherwise my fingerprints would be very visible. I did figure out it helps to hold it upside down while it's drying though. It gives it a more drippy look. Oh boy, this one was a pain. It was also my first time doing this too, so woo, learning experience. First of all, I had to chop off all of the hair, leaving her looking like Cynthia from the Rugrats. Next, I had to take off her head so I could put... Next, I had to take off her head so I could pull out the hair plugs left, but took me for freaking ever to get the head off. And it ain't as easy as it looks. I had the general idea, stick her head in hot water for a bit and plop, it's off. Only thing is, my patience thought that because it was taking a bit to do it, I wasn't doing it right. Nope, I'm just really impatient. I was also kind of paranoid of breaking the neck peg, so woo, that was fun. Once I finally did get it off, though, wow, pulling the plugs was tedious. I got a good amount of them that might be possibly feasible, but I quit soon after that because now that would get covered up anyways. Plus, I am freaking lazy. Okay, so finally, actually adding the hair. Or not, gotta make it first. I had this white yarn that I thought looked good, but whenever it actually came to brushing out, it was yikes, not so good. Like, the color was nice, but the way that was woven together, kind of hard to explain actually, but like, it made it a lot harder to brush out. So, I decided to switch that out with this other yarn that I was planning on using for another custom, but I figured it'd still work here. I could maybe layer the wefts so that they could be white on the outside of the hair and brown and gray streaks on the inside. And honestly, I'm glad I went for that. A lot easier to brush out too. Only thing is, it was kinda a bit thick. Whether it was the glue or the amount of yarn in each weft, I'm still not sure. Either way, this will pose a future problem. But for now, blushing! So blushing was an actually relatively easy thing to do in this whole entire process. It was kind of nice experimenting with an outlandish skin tone, and the colors I had to accompany it too. I think that the look I got was pretty cute, honestly. I mean, looked a bit weird before I actually added on the detailing in the face, but it really looks good. There was also this unintended side effect, though, from my last custom, Loda, the slime girl. I guess that there was still some pink pastel left that I couldn't fully get off, and it kinda got on toward that here. Well, at first I hated that I messed it up, because I'm a freaking perfectionist and I couldn't get it off. I think I kinda like it now. It gives sort of a touch of life to her. And part of me is kinda curious, what if I had actually added more of that, like in the blush? But, I like what we got now. So, painting the whites of the eyes was freaking tedious, but after that was done, it was pretty fun doing the rest. I didn't do any paint for the lips, but honestly, I think it looks kind of better, or at least it's better for a natural kind of look. I had a bit of trouble keeping the eyes looking symmetrical for the most part, but I think I did an okay job. Also, at first I thought I went too dark with the irises, so I tried to fix that. It went, but that usually does for me. The face tends to, there always tends to be something kind of off about the face until I add the highlights in the eyes. Then, there's just something about that little bit of light. It just pulls everything together. Anyways, I added some eyebrows and adjusted the mouth a little to give her some cute little courageous smile. Then, we're done. Well, almost. Okay, finally, adding the hair. I'm sorry I might not have stayed so in frame with this one. Still, I layered it how I wanted to, and she's looking pretty good. Except one thing. Remember the little bit about the wefts being a bit too thick? I think that made the roots show too much. Or at least it didn't help. This problem wasn't so apparent, at least until we got to the top of the head. The part at the top, the middle part, it was kind of hard to control, and it looks kind of weird at the top. And, I think that the thickness had something to do with that. Luckily, the helmet covers it up. Might fix this in the future, though, but definitely not now, because I'm ready to finish this. I've been working on it for at least 6 days. Okay, so here is how our little girl turned out. Oh, no, don't fall, please. And to be honest, I like her. Here she is in full view, I guess. So, this was hard. And, so the hair, freaking difficult. I swear, I still need to perfect my weft making technique. I happen to have, a crap ton of pieces of wefts left over, but, still, gotta perfect that. Anyways, yeah, hang on. Okay, there, don't know if that's a better view or not for you, but yeah. So, yeah, hair isn't perfect. I've been trying to get it to stay down, but, I've been doing that one trick where, you could just put saran wrap over the head for a while. I had her like this for a whole entire day, and still kind of poofy. But, helmet kind of helps cover that up. Also, I came up with a name. Well, actually, I didn't come up with the name, but, I showed someone this doll, and they asked if I had a name for her yet, and I said no, I didn't, and she said that I should name her Violet. And guess what? Thank you for that idea. That's her name now. This girl's name is Violet. And, by the way, the whole design, or at least part of it, mainly just the helmet and the sword, they remind me of, a whole kind of cute little Viking girl aesthetic. anyways, I hope that you like this custom of War Tournette. If you want to see some of the other customs that people have been doing for this collab, you can use the hashtag, I think it was genonepokemoncollab in the description. And if you want to see some of my other stuff, customs or not so custom, you can check my Twitter or my Instagram. Both of those in the description too. And thanks, Charlotte, for doing this, because this is fun to do, and this girl is freaking adorable. Anyways, yeah, see ya!